I'm delighted to be invited here today, Dr. Raghuram, and delighted because in the past I have been associated with many medical causes and taking up campaigns that hopefully have worked. We work for the United Nations for polio, and almost laboring for 8 years, we were able to have a condition where India is today polio-free. I've been working on tuberculosis, hepatitis B. Hepatitis B is a dreaded disease. Also working on diabetes. But one of the things that came through with all these campaigns was the fact that no one was able to draw attention to the people that you need to understand what the disease is, to be able to know what it is, to be informed about it. And when these aspects of the disease were brought forward, then the working of the campaign became a lot easier. Having knowledge of the disease is the doctor's job. But the people that suffer sometimes feel that they don't need to consult, or when they need to consult, it has become too late. And therefore, timely intervention and informing the medical profession of your disease, as I have noticed, has been very beneficial. I say this out of experience because when we did polio, we had a lot of trouble convincing the people about taking this dosage, because there were a lot of apprehensions, there was a lot of resentment to the fact that these doses were not actually helping the patients or was going to prevent the child from getting polio. But we worked consistently and were able to convince them. And eventually, as I said, today India is polio-free. For tuberculosis, I joined the campaign because I'm a TB survivor. In the year 2000, suddenly I was detected with tuberculosis, and because I was able to timely inform my doctors about it, or the doctors actually found out about it, and I was able to take a treatment, I was able to come out of my tuberculosis. And one of the things that I keep saying almost with due affection and with due regard and great humility is that if it can happen to me, it can happen to anyone. It's much like what the lady just expressed. If it can happen to her, it can happen to anyone. Tuberculosis is normally associated with people who live in lesser means, in bad environments. So if it could happen to someone who, by the grace of God, has had better facilities and better environments to live in and work in, it can happen to me, it could happen to anybody. But timely intervention, informing people that going for detection, putting yourself up for analysis, or just going to a doctor and doing proper investigation was able to save millions of people. The same thing happened with hepatitis B. In the year 1982, during the shooting of one of my films, Coolie, I had a bad accident, and during the course of my hospitalization, I needed a lot of blood, almost 200 packets and bottles of blood was needed. There were almost 60 bottles of blood. There were 200 people that actually came forward to donate blood to me. And one of the donors was carrying the dreaded hepatitis B virus. The Australian antigen virus was something that had just been discovered, and the doctors were unable to identify it. It went into my system, and I didn't know about it until the year 2005, which through a general testing that I was going through was suddenly discovered, and it was discovered that it had destroyed 75% of my liver. What I'm trying to say is that I today survive on 25% of my liver. You can survive liver diseases, I believe, with even 12%. But the fact is that it was detected, timely intervention was taken, and even though I have lost 75% of my liver, I'm able to survive and stand in front of you today because proper care was taken at that point of time, and it was detected in time.